Aggie and your toughest moment.
My happiest moment as an Aggie was, oh, it was the summer. I wasn't really an Aggie because I haven't like really started school,
Yeah.
but I had already accepted. I was like, yeah, I'm going to A&M. I already had like my dorm and everything. It was just about me moving in.
Yeah.
I was still working with my dad during the summer. We were making a concrete slab for this couple,
Mm.
and they had a bunch of different A&M like stuff, like one in their car. They had a longhorn with the horns sawed off. So it was like, oh yeah, A&M for sure. But like, I was working, helping my dad, like setting up the form and everything.
Mm.
And then my boss, he's always telling people, like, especially when you're in the job site and you see like a young guy working with the workers, they're always, and who's that guy? And then he's always telling them how I was second in my class, and how I was going to Texas A&M and doing architecture. Like, even though like he's my boss, he's like very proud. He went to my graduation. He's always helping out our family, which I'm really grateful for. And after like the people find out that I was going to A&M, they went inside and brought out an A&M poster. It's one of 250. So it's like a water painting, a color, no, watercolor painting of like the 12th man, like a football team together, and the Yale leaders, and the A&M stadium behind it.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool, and that's what I was like. And when I've been hearing about the Aggie Network,
Yeah.
and just how like once you find out you're an Aggie, people help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Just they didn't know me at all,
Yeah.
and they gave me a poster, and that was pretty cool.
Awesome. Okay.
And for the saddest moment, like as an Aggie,
Toughest. Yeah.
toughest.
Yeah.
Well, the toughest moment for me was in studio.
Okay.
So it wasn't really because like the atmosphere or anything. It was just like me realizing that the work I was putting out was trash.
Okay.
It was me in 2 in the morning in studio, and I wasn't satisfied with what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had just a discussion with my friend earlier how architects, like especially people who graduate with an architect major, aren't making that much money,
Yeah.
especially compared to like engineers or construction science majors. Architects aren't making anything,
Mm-hmm.
but and that really hit me. I was seconds about dropping architecture, and I was like, if I could move to construction science, but part of me was all like, might as well just drop out. You know, I can go working with my dad. I can do other stuff. I can start like my own business and doing something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can do it. But part of me was really disappointed because I would be letting down everyone. My little brothers, my little brother, my sister, they all look up to me. So just it didn't like all this pressure, especially because I'm like first generation.
Yeah.
You feel like everything's in your shoulders, and I didn't want to disappoint me, and that hit me really hard
Yeah.
that night, and I was struggling. It was my first time I had a mental breakdown, so it wasn't nice, and I hate feeling weak because during whole high school I was always top of my class, turning in things, not even trying.
Mm-hmm.
But now it was like I was struggling. I was shaking. I couldn't do anything, and I'm not like a person to show weakness,
Yeah.
because I don't know. One, being Hispanic, and like, oh, you have to be el hombre de la casa,
Yeah.
and always being strong, like not showing weakness. It I don't know. It just made me. I wasn't really like mad that nothing was working. I was really mad with myself because I wasn't able to deal with it.
Yeah.
But later on, I called my mom. She told me it's fine. Do whatever you want. If you want to drop, go ahead. We'll support you. but that, as like after like talking to her, it made me realize that I can do it. Like, so why not? It's just one little project.
Yeah.
And then after that, I changed my mentality and just went with it. If something happens, it happens for a reason. And then after being like, I started going to St. Mary's.
Okay.
And I joined, like I went one day to mass, and then one of my friends told me, hey, we have this retreat. I want you to go serve, because I already had been a part of that retreat the year before. And I was like, sure, why not? I'll serve. But being able to serve and meeting all those people that I met that and during that retiro really helped me want to stay and like keep on moving forward, because it showed me that I'm not alone, and some people have it way worse than me, and I should just keep on going, and I'm still here.
Glad you did.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your goal or goals after graduation?
All right. So many people in architecture say, "Oh, I want to build a firm and all that stuff." Yes, I guess I want to do that too, but my biggest goal is to travel.
Okay.
Yeah, architecture is what I want to do, but traveling is my goal. Trying to see the world, because after being to a couple places, I realized how big the world is and how small we actually are, and how many different cultures are in this world, and how little we know about them. And I just want to experience more cultures, go see more, and understand people. Because like I feel if you don't understand a person, you can't really connect.
Yeah.
And if you can't connect, you can't really get along. So especially like for architecture, if you don't understand what the client wants, you're not be able to design what they want.
Yeah.
So being able to create connections with people and understanding the other person, I feel like that would help me out as a person, but also as an architect. So that's what I want to do.
Awesome. Okay. What does it mean to you to be an Aggie?
An Aggie. Well, at first, the main reason I joined, like, came to A&M was for the financial reasons. But after being here for a while and seeing how the community is so much like a family, and even though, like, I'm a Hispanic and a first generation, like, all of my other friends supported me, and even the people that had, like, were, like, fifth generation Hispanic, they're like, oh, that's pretty cool, I'm glad you're here, and they accepted me, like, into this Aggie family, and I really appreciated that. And I had one friend from architecture, and I was running out of meal trades, and he was like, I got you. So every time we went to go eat together, he was always paying for my meals, and I really appreciated that, because he knew I was struggling, but he decided to help me out, which was pretty cool. And I'm also proud that we have this mentality of always like helping out each other. Yeah, so I like that.
Awesome. Okay. So last question. What advice would you give a student who is first gen and is interested in coming to Texas A&M?
Remember that you're not alone. Like, there's others like you, and because we've been through where you are right now, we'll be willing to help you. All you have to do is ask. I'm pretty sure anyone will sit down with you and help you out. That's the thing I didn't do. I didn't really look for help, and that's the thing that kind of hurt me later on in architecture, because I was very confident and very like prideful in myself, and like holding on to that pride sometimes stops us from moving forward. So asking for help, like people you don't usually talk to, I'm pretty sure they'll help you out, and it's just about building that connection with others and expanding the network
Awesome.
of people. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.